I guess just coming off Saturday, how you feel like you played, just going back and looking at it and everything?
I'd just say I'm ready to attack the next week. Try not to focus or worry too much about, the previous week. Windshield mentality. Learn from what we can from the last game, but focus on this week's opponent.
Playing K-State's got to be fun, huh?
Yes, sir. Playing anybody.
First conference game, but
Playing anybody's fun, sir.
no extra motivation for the local team.
I've said it before. Other than a game plan standpoint, we're more focused on the Sooners and doing our thing. It doesn't really matter who lines up against us.
So what do you see from K-State on tape?
I don't really think I need to get too much into the game plan standpoint, but other than that, they're a tough, disciplined team. Probably one of the more disciplined teams we'll see this year. And kind of like the mindset we want to have. Just they're going to come at us and they're going to give us a fight.
Speaking about that mindset, how do you stop your guys? How do you, as a locker room, as a team, not allow yourself to fall into the mental trap of looking past an opponent because of what happened last week? Obviously, Kansas State coming off that upset loss.
Right. Like I said, just like us, they probably have a next week mentality. They're probably not too worried about their previous week, just like we aren't. So we're just ready to attack the next week and whoever lines up across the ball and dominate them.
Is there a certain level of just experience that you can only get in games, like overrunning plays, getting there, arriving, tackling, sacks, missed stuff like that?
Yeah, I think definitely.
Yeah. Is it just kind of one of those things you got to learn on the fly?
Yeah, there's you can try and recreate the game as much as you can in practice,
Sure.
but there's just certain things that once you get out on the field, you kind of have to learn as you go. But the coaches, they do their best to try and simulate it out here and get that level of strength. So when we get to game day, we've already had that level of preparation.
Is there a certain level of coaching that you might get from Brent during a game that maybe you wouldn't get if you weren't getting out on the field?
No, I'd say he's pretty much at 100, whatever,
Yeah.
all the time, 212. Sure. So he's always intense. I'd say you're pretty much getting the same from him at all times.
Coach said Saturday you had no idea what you were doing, but it was fun. He said it was fun to watch, or he was proud of your progress, or whatever. Do you feel like it's coming more and more every week, a little bit more for you?
Yes, sir. I've said that before. Just it's going to keep going like this, and progressively, each week I'm going to learn more and get more comfortable with schemes, and just learning the game and defense especially.
He also said you're hard on yourself in film and stuff like that. Why is that? Can
Yes,
you
sir.
kind of explain that?
I just believe that's a good way to get better. Just try not to stay too high-headed on your success, and really not to get too low on your bad things that happen, and learn from them and move forward. And just always be looking forward and always be looking for ways to improve.
There has to be a certain level, though, if this is where it's at right now, with the experience that you have, it's pretty damn good, right? You have to be pretty happy.
Yeah, like I said before, I'm just focused on. I don't really believe in ceilings.
Sure.
I'm just gonna always continue to try and do my best to get better or get to wherever my best is. Whatever that may be.
Where's that mentality come from for you?
Just the way I am, I guess. Just the way I've been taught growing up, the things that have been told to me, and about work ethic and goals and that type of thing. Just Coach V's hard on that kind of stuff too, and just having big goals and having a day-by-day grind mindset. Just doing everything you can to, we say best is the standard, giving your best and trying to achieve your best possible.
I'm assuming it may be not hard for you to grasp those concepts. Do you feel like you're kind of maybe pushing that on other teammates, even if you're another freshman or whatnot? But do you see yourself as a guy that's trying to push everyone, keep everyone accountable?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's really important as a young guy for sure, building a culture, because the guys that are here right now aren't going to be the same guys that are here in 10 years. So we have to kind of step up and take that culture on and spread it to I say younger guys, but guys in my class and new recruits coming in, just kind of instill that mindset for years to come. I think that's how you build a great culture.
Is that something Brett encourages, or to give you that autonomy to be a leader within your own group?
Yeah, definitely. Coach V does, and I think just it's just kind of, if you want a winning culture, that's the way to do it. I've had a lot of coaches that have been on that kind of mindset, but yeah, especially Coach Venables.
What kind of resource was Deshaun on Saturday as you're kind of coming back to the sideline, making those adjustments in between drives?
Great. I couldn't ask for a better role model or leader to kind of show me the ropes. He's been doing this a long time, and he knows kind of the stuff that I need to learn from experience. He's already got down, so he's a really good guy to look up to and bend on in situations like that.
Does a good defensive line play make, or maybe you can describe it for me, how a good defensive line play makes your life as a linebacker that much easier?
Yeah, definitely. The game is won and lost, they're in the trenches, so obviously when they clear everything and dominate up front, it makes everything a lot easier for us in the back seven.
And how are your guys performing in that role?
Great, man. They come to practice every day and give strain, and just like everybody else, and they got a really, really dominant mindset and great coaches too.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You guys. Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.